All right, everybody, happy Saturday night. We are live chatting about a couple of things this evening, which includes a meteor shower in the night sky. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If not, we'll cruise through this forecast and the explanation on what to expect and where to look for tonight's shooting star show. And it all starts with the Perseid Meteor Shower. So if you look north or northeast, you'll be able to see it. North or northeast, you'll be able to see it. And great news, typically this time of year, depending on when it happens, it could coincide with the full moon. That is not the case tonight. The moon will be very dim. It'll not obstruct the view. It'll not take away from the lights you see. The moon light will be at about 13% full. Again, look towards the north and northeast. You'll be able to see the Perseid meteor shower up to about 100 meteors per hour. Now, the best way to see this meteor shower is to get away from the city lights, the light pollution. If you can, drive out west and drive out north or anywhere just outside of the influence of the city lights, because that dome can create obstruction of the view in the night sky. And if you're out in the rural areas of the county regions, towards Western Bexar County or even towards Medina County, Atascosa County, Wilson County, etc., you'll be able to see these meteor showers a little bit better away from the light pollution. Now the peak will be between probably 10 p.m. tonight towards 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So basically an overnight event, likely peaking between midnight and 4 a.m. when it's the darkest. And you'll be able to see the night sky at its full potential. Again, up to 100 meteors per hour. Moonlight should not be a problem. This is all originating from the comet Shoptaugh, which at this point of the year, in late July, early August, it passes through our solar system, and the remains of it, the remains of the tail of the comet, passes through Earth's position in the solar system. And this time of year, you can see the shooting stars as they burn throughout the atmosphere. It's very, very cool. So if you can, send your photos to us, to me, to anyone here at Ken's 5, or video. If you do get some great footage of it, we'd love to feature it on our shows tonight, but mostly probably tomorrow morning on Ken's 5 on the morning show with Vanessa and Maggie Laughlin, and also probably tomorrow night as well, because this meteor shower actually goes through, I believe, mid to late August, but it's tonight through Sunday morning. Tomorrow morning, it starts to peak in intensity, or again, you could see up to about 100 meteors per hour. We'll see if that happens, but it looks like we'll have a pretty good viewing of it because of two things: pretty good visibility, no cloud coverage, and very clear air. And good pollution, not good air quality, I'm trying to say. Okay, so today's number is 105, which did mark a record. That beat the 1969 record of 104. I believe that's 10 consecutive days of breaking records, if not tying them, breaking them. And that's been a record in itself, on top of reaching 47 total days at 100 or hotter. And that is fourth place in the all-time history books in San Antonio specifically, but also just 10 days away from the third place holder of 2011 of 57 days of triple-digit heat. So we're not too far from the top three records, and we're probably going to get there. And if that does happen, it'd be between, I would say, so today is August 12th. We need 10 more days. That's August 22nd. So, I mean, every single day in the 7-day is 100 to 105. So I don't think we'll have a problem reaching those numbers. But if we do tie the third and second place record, it'll likely be towards the end of August. Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after or the Wednesday after, which again looks more likely based on what we're seeing in San Antonio's future, in the foreseeable future. Okay, still 101 at Del Rio, 93 at Kerrville, 91 at Pleasanton, 87 at George West, and 99 in Carrizo Springs. It's cooking out there. Now, some areas of Texas are seeing some relief. Not all of us. The majority of us not seeing anything. It's dry, it's clear, it's hot. But in West Texas, between Big Bend and Junction, the Guadalupe Mountains, you can see a little bit of rain out there. But more importantly, anywhere north of Lubbock towards Amarillo, Red River, Panhandle, I-40, portions of central and western Oklahoma, that's where they're picking up on some pretty strong to severe weather at this point in time to wrap up our Saturday. So I'll say this, lots of North Texas has been receiving a lot of rainfall in the last several months, starting in spring. That just hasn't been the case for us here in San Antonio and for most of the area. We've been drought stricken. By the way, the worst kind of drought is actually in our area, northern Bexar County towards the hill country, Kerrville, Kendall County, Kerr County, Gillespie County, all in likely, it is the worst drought in the entire state. So we can show you that later, but it is pretty bad. We need rain, and it doesn't look like we're going to get anything anytime soon, at least measurable soaking rain. We need that, and hopefully September will turn things around. September is historically one of the wettest months of the year. We'll see what plays out. Typically, it's when hurricane season peaks, so maybe a storm from the Gulf of Mexico or a storm system moving in from the west. We'll see what happens, but hopefully September can help turn things around, because the rest of August just looks scorching, a lot like how it's been the last 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, tonight's forecast, guys, 88 at 11, 83 at 2 a.m., and then likely bottoming out around 79 to 80 degrees when it's all said and done for Sunday morning for a morning low. One more thing, on top of the heat, on top of the fluctuating humidity back and forth between morning low and afternoon high, when you get that rise in temperatures throughout the afternoon, sometimes the humidity, a lot of times the humidity starts to drag down. And that fluctuation, especially in the evening time, in the late night time, it causes drier air to move in, obviously, but also the pressure gradient starts to increase a little bit between the afternoon highs and the morning lows and the evening temperature cool down. And what that does is increase the wind speed. So please avoid any outdoor burning. There's a red flag warning in effect tonight, also through tomorrow night as well. Elevated fire conditions, avoid driving over tall grass. Sometimes that friction can cause embers to spark up. Avoid dragging chains on the roads. Obviously, don't burn anything outside. Just avoid it altogether, because this weekend and likely all of next week, just like this past week, has been included in some level of elevated fire weather concerns. So please avoid any outdoor burning. In this kind of atmosphere, in this kind of weather pattern, fires spread rapidly and quickly. And when they do that, it's hard to put them out. So please avoid any outdoor burning tomorrow, because red flag warning is in effect from the Weather Service. Okay, Energy Matters tomorrow is Conserve Your Energy, a yellow day. Tomorrow's timeline, look at this. 86 at 10, 106 at 4. It's going to be extremely hot. I still have to check what the daily record is tomorrow, but that'll likely either tie or most likely shatter another record tomorrow because of how hot it's going to be. I mean, this month alone is going to be one of the hottest months on record, if not the hottest month on record. Since August started, we haven't seen a temperature below 100 for high temperatures. So it's been an extremely hot start to August, and it doesn't look like it's going to be any cooler next week. It's probably going to be in the same range of 103 to about 106 every single day. But that is tomorrow's timeline, up to 106 tomorrow afternoon, which again will likely shatter, if not tie, a daily record. So let's put this into motion. You'll see between now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, mostly the same. Now, by midweek, I would say Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when high pressure shifts a little bit to the west. It's not a huge change in our pattern, but that may provide a couple of showers in North Texas, and they have a small, minute chance of drifting farther south towards the hill country and towards San Antonio. Don't bet on it. I wouldn't count on it, but whenever this does happen, that north and northwest flow aloft can sometimes lead to small rain chances. But in the meantime, after Wednesday, next Friday, and this time next weekend, it looks like the same. High pressure moves over Oklahoma, North Texas, and that leads to a very hot weather pattern aloft. Hey there, Gina, and hey there, Mr. Hennick. I'm doing okay. I'm doing just fine. I'm having a good time talking about the weather tonight. Had a good dinner. Went to go see my dog and had a good dinner break. But yeah, I had a great night. I'm having a great evening, Mr. Hennick. And yes, Jasmine, Laura, it is just very hot outside and no rain, no glimmer of hope, no light at the end of the tunnel, not just yet. Typically late August, early September, that's when things start to go down on the temperature roller coaster. But in the meantime, we're going to remain pretty hot in the extended forecast. So get ready for that. Between 103 and 106 between now and next Saturday, not a huge change. Again, that north flow aloft on Tuesday and Wednesday may produce a stray to isolated storm. We're crossing our fingers for it, but right now it's only accounting for a 10% chance midweek, and that's August 15th, if that were to happen around that time. And if it were to happen, it'd be in the afternoon hours, probably after 4 p.m., as daytime heat helps kind of these rain showers develop, mostly north, and they try to drift farther south. But again, accounting for a very small chance at rain. We'll leave the forecast up a little longer. You're welcome, Lisa. And again, one more thing, guys, before we wrap things up. Obviously, red flag warnings, avoid any outdoor burning, elevated fire weather. Please be careful out there. Don't start any fires. Our environment, our drought, our vegetation, our grass is very dry. But also, most importantly, please remember the Perseid Meteor Shower will be peaking tonight through early tomorrow morning, up to 100 meteors per hour. If you're just joining us, we talked about this earlier when we began, but now just wrapping up with the cool thing to talk about. If you look northeast tonight, through tomorrow morning, you'll be able to see at least a few shooting stars in the atmosphere. Great news, our sky will be clear, not much cloud cover out there. The moonlight will be up to 13%, which is great. It should not obstruct the view of the meteor shower tonight, and this is because of the comet Swift-Tuttle passing through our part of the solar system. We'll let this play for a little longer, but again, guys, other than a hot forecast, enjoy the meteor shower overnight. If you can, take some pictures, take a video, send them our way. We would love to feature them on our newscast. KENS 5 News at 10, if not tomorrow morning that'll likely be a big story for the morning show. We'll leave it on this real quick, guys. The 7-day forecast, aside from a small chance at rain on Tuesday, get ready for another hot 7 days as we cruise into the middle of August.